For some of you, you then wonder why you might be doing everything correct, but nothing literally works. Okay, it doesn't necessarily have to do with everything that you do. Okay, perhaps it has everything to do with your surroundings, the people that you deal with. Okay, I'm also getting the energy of people that literally make a way to you during auspicious times. It can be through days like your birthday or your children's birthday, things and stuff like that. Um, Holidays, those type of energies. And these are the people that don't necessarily show up in that sense, okay? But they do during those auspicious time. And when they do, they come only to ask something from you here, okay? Always remember that when the energy level is high, say for instance, you are in a happy mode, it's highly unlikely for you to say no. So they take advantage of the disadvantage that you are in a good mood, maybe because it's your birthday, maybe because it's your mother's birthday, things and stuff like that. And you are in this neighborly energy where you will simply give freely. And sometimes those days are more sacred as far as your luck is concerned. They are connected more to your abundance here. It is more of the sun's return to you. And when the sun somewhat returns to you, I don't know why I'm picking on more like a birthday type of energy. When the sun somewhat returns to you, it comes more with the blessings that are meant for you. Okay. So be mindful of that. For some of you, it doesn't necessarily have to be a birthday. It can be more of a specific day that is more sacred. It can be anything connected to your own spirit guides, your ancestry, or anything like that. It can be anything connected to your loved ones or anything like that. Or it can be just any holiday that is more sacred spiritually. Maybe it means something in spirit. Maybe it opens some type of a portal that unlocks luck in some way, shape, or form. Or maybe it is that type of holiday that is more connected to your ancestry, your lineage, your bloodline. Okay. So, moreover, it's more like your own spirit guides want you to pay heed to these things. You are highly protected and guarded like that. There are energies, higher forces that are fighting for you at this time here, making sure that whatever that is meant for you this time will locate you, regardless of whomever or whatever the enemy is trying to do. For some of you, I'm also getting the enemy caught fire. These are the very same energies that wanted to create more of a distraction or a tower moment for you. Okay, for some reason they found that you were literally clocked, protected by the forces that are more strong this time. Okay, so they did not necessarily get that rite of passage when it comes to your energy. Okay, something like that, and they got bent themselves. So this is more like those people that are literally experiencing the same things that they wanted you to experience in a nutshell. Okay, something like that. So I'm also getting that they're trying to create more of a stumbling block or more like a cloud so that what is meant for you won't necessarily reach you in that sense. Okay, for some of you it can be that you have awakened from this. Okay, these are the very same energies that have been doing this for the longest time, and maybe you have learned a lesson. Okay, because trust me when I say your ancestors won't necessarily give you what is rightfully yours unless you learn the lesson. Okay, maybe that's why for some of you you have been going through the same issues over and over again, because you overlook your surroundings, you overlook the type of people that you are engaging with. Okay, because they are more dangerous than what you think is more of an enemy. Okay, no one can literally come from nowhere and attack you for no reason. Okay, something like that. So this is more like a reality check for some of you that you have to be uh, alert energetically here. Okay, remember that money is also energy here, guys. Okay, regardless of your position spiritually, you need to survive under the sun. Okay, something like that. And everything must be taken care of by the forces that are guard you, the forces that are supporting you in spirit here. Okay, for some of you, I'm also getting the energy of a grandmother that is more feisty, 444. Okay, listen. Okay, so this grandmother is somewhat protecting this, your luck, your abundance. Okay, so she is not necessarily allowing anyone to get that rite of passage when it comes to your, for some of you, I'm also getting family inheritance, whatever that is meant for you here. Okay. So either they manipulate the energy in spirit or what, it won't happen this time because she be like, what is meant for you will reach you by fire, by force. Okay. Here, something like that. So she's highly protecting you at this time. Something like that here. So the lady here is saying enjoy growth and reap rewards. So if it's time for you to experience glory, it is. It is. Regardless as to how people have been having fun, enjoying, making use of your energy like that. Okay. They won't necessarily have access. And this will cause what? Their energy to scatter. Okay. Because that's exactly what they have been making you experience years and years and years. Okay. Nothing lasts forever. And trust me when I say it is your turn this time. Okay. You can claim this in your commenting section by saying, it is now my turn. Okay. It is now my turn. So let's see who's connecting with you in spirit here. So we're having stag energy. Okay. Stag is saying trust and thrive. Okay. Trust and thrive. So let's see another energy that is somewhat connecting with you, my collective, at this time. So we're having the protection guardian. Need I say, this is more of a feminine nature, a feminine energy. Okay. Yeah, something like that. So this protection guardian here is at the heart. It's at the heart saying, drop your shield. Drop your shield. At the bottom of the deck, we're having the Lord here, more like the Aries energy here, saying, take charge with authority. So it's your time to lead, it's your time to shine, it's your time to get what you deserve this time here, guys. Okay. One more card. One more card for my collective here. One more card. We're having the oracle here. This could be that grandmother that is protecting you here. Okay, something like that. So the oracle is saying wait for important information. So there's still more information coming in. We're also having the warrior at the bottom of the deck. The warrior is saying be fearless and stand strong. So even if they try to shake you in some way, shape, or form here, okay, know that they can't do anything. Your energy is somewhat protected. So for some of you, it's more like be wary when it comes to your money, okay? Because that's exactly how they make more of money magic when it comes to you, so that what is meant for you won't locate you in that sense. Be careful as to whom are you giving to when it comes to your money here, guys, okay? Something like that for you. So let's get the energy of stack and see what is it that the stag has to say here for my collective energy. Okay, so the stag, it says come alive and thrive, stand in your light and glory with grace and majesty. So it has everything to do with your light, your glory, guys, the grace, okay, that comes with you. So you have an opportunity to thrive, trusting all that you have to offer, all your gifts, strength, and power, and make the most of it. You were born to lead, and this can only become a reality when you are willing to put yourself in that position. Stack energy allows you to feel safe because the antlers keep away anything that could interfere with your intelligence and presence, and their strength gives you the power to be agile in your thinking. You are being encouraged to retain your dignity and be proud of who you are and all that you have accomplished so far. This in turn will give you even more power to thrive onwards and upwards. Okay, so you were born to lead. These are the energies that are literally trying to test your intellect, your mental state of being. More like a psychic attack for some of you that I'm also getting here. Okay, something like that. Something like that. Maybe those are some of the tactics that um, they have been doing when it comes to your energy. So we're having the protection guardian here. The protection guardian is saying, drop your shield of shame, resistance, and fear that are standing between you and your chances of enjoyment and fun. Know that you don't need to hide who you are or the gifts that you possess. You were born to shine. Okay? You were born to shine. And maybe it's time for you to do so. Okay? You may have encountered shame or embarrassment in your past, but that is your past. Okay? Not your present. Angels are drawing close at this time to help you move beyond any limiting thoughts, emotions, and patterns that may be taking you feel unsafe. Okay? Know that angelic protection is swirling around you at this moment and will help you to move forward in a more fearless way. Call on the guides for help in changing your frequency so you can feel safe and protected at this time. You are stronger than what you think, and your angels and ancestors' guides are here to help you realize this now. Something about quantum leaping here, okay? So these are the energies that will literally come and try to harness you or lower your vibe by maybe telling you there are problems here. The more you spend time listening to them, their problems, you absorb, you become. Okay, that's when you have to practice alchemy in the midst of it, clock your energy in the midst of it for the energy that is not meant for you, for the energy that is not yours, not to enter your field, something like that, because that's exactly how they manipulate the energy so that you become one with them. The frequency become more similar. So you might experience more of a headache or feeling more tired when they literally start now explaining themselves. Oh, this is what I've experienced. This is what happened. This is that. Some people do this without knowing. Okay, these are the people that are not aware of their awareness in that sense, and there are entities that work through these type of individuals here, okay, to harness the light out of individuals that are somewhat working in the light. Okay, so these are the very same people that you have to be aware of, especially if they are not aware of their awareness as to what is it that they are doing, mainly because they are being used by the lower entities to come and harness. Okay, yeah, something like that. So wait for important information here. Your own spirit guides are literally trying to tell you even something more. For some of you, it can be that these people have been revealed to you in some way. It can be through your dream state, through your meditation, or something like that. So you need to be careful, okay, especially when spirit is somewhat um, unleashing something to you here. It's very important, okay? So the oracle here is saying be open and receptive to information. Gather facts so that you can make a decision that is in line with your integrity. Okay, so angels and ancestors and the universe are speaking to you at this time. So look and listen for important conversations, signs, and messages that will point you in the right direction. You are being guided to wait for more information before making a fast move, okay? Because at the moment, you are letting your wants get in the way of your needs. There is an important, there is an opportunity for you to see everything clearer at this time. But you will only be able to do so if you are willing to truly open your eyes. If you have been waiting for further information about a choice you have to make or an action you have to take, don't take matters into your own hands, but let what needs to be revealed. Then you will know exactly what to do next. Angels are supporting you. Trust them. Remember that in some situation, you don't necessarily have to fight for yourself because it's more like trusting your own strength. Okay, some situation don't necessarily need you to do anything. You just have to trust and thrive. That there are forces that are fighting for you, so you don't necessarily have to do anything. Just align. Okay, focus on your mission in life. Then the rest will definitely be taken care of. Okay, as far as your energy is concerned here, something like that for you, collective. Okay, yeah, something like that. So let's get down to the tarot here and see. Spirit, can you speak more for my collective energy, please? And thank you. Can you speak for my collective energy, please? And thank you. What more? So many cards. Spirit speak. So we're having the King of Swords. So we're having the Pages of Swords. This is not a good energy. For some of you, it can also be those type of energies that you trusted so much. Okay. And this is funny because what I'm picking on here, whomever you're dealing with now, the problem is no longer the problem now. Okay. Something like that. The problem is the person that used to give this person solutions. This is someone now who's facing their karma. Whoever this person is, more like a healer, okay, that is not okay at this time. So it can be someone who's sick at this time, the Pages of swords in reversal. This is some type of a illness that is more spiritual, because the King of Wands is more of a medicine type of energy, someone who's in medicine, someone who's more of a healer, okay, something like that. So where they usually get more of information, what to do, etc. That's the issue, because now they can't get solution. That's why. Okay, that's why. Because there could be someone who's literally helping them energetically here. Whoever this is more like a that healer that is not upright, and they are being warned to walk away from the situation, unless if more like whoever caught fire is not necessarily the person you are dealing with, but the person that is in charge of everything here. Okay. Yeah. I hope you get what I'm saying here. It's more like when you are frequently being attacked, you have to do this and that, you have to defend yourself spiritually. Okay. The people that are somewhat attacking you, they don't necessarily have much power. There are people that are more spiritual, more like occultists, more like witches, more like wizards and warlocks that are helping. So they are the ones that are literally doing the job, not that person. This person is more like the person in the middle, because they only pay and get what they want out of the wizard, the witch, etc. Okay, so now the karma is going directly. So it's more like your own spirit guides are going straight to the root. What is the root of the problem? Because if we get rid of the roots, the tree will stop growing, the leaves will eventually die. So the people that are somewhat showing up in your life, these are the leaves. They know nothing. They get instructions. They get instructed. So the one that is giving them instruction now is not feeling okay. Spiritually, they caught fire. The enemy caught fire. Exactly the energy that I received here. So many cards. Look at this. What did I say? Look at this. So the temperance is more like people that are working together energetically to attack you. For some of you, it can be more of a group. If it's a group, it's more like whoever is a leader of that group, that's exactly who. That's exactly who. And whoever this is someone who's have more money. They have money and people trust. You know how people are. The minute you show up as rich, you show up stable financially, they trust you eventually. Okay, so that's why. Look at this. This is more like the King of Wands. The King of Wands, it is that type of energy of someone who's yearning for power and they will do anything for it. Okay, something like that. And this person is somewhat meant to walk in the light, because we have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is more like a true healer. So they are not in the right position of this. That's why they are getting sick. Okay, because of the things that they are doing with others here. The Three of Pentacles is more like working together with others, something like that, working together, okay, to get something done energetically here. So that's what I'm getting here. Two kings. So it's more like something that is major here, okay. So because two kings also symbolizes more of a meeting that could be happening. It can be people that are literally also trying to see what is it that they can do now to get to you, or to put a stop to you here. It's like they want you finished. They don't want to see you anymore. They don't want to see your face. It's not about winning or anything like that. It's about putting an end to a situation. Something about your Pluto placement for some of you here. The more they see you grow, the more they see you building, it's like they get irritated by this, of which is not good. So far we're having the energy of Sagittarius coming in twice. You could be dealing with a Sag. It doesn't have to be, or you are a Sagittarius energy here. Aquarius here, we're also having Scorpio energy. So let's see what could be the influence to all of this for my collective. What could be the influence to all of this for my collective energy? Your star, your light, your glory. Need I say? Need I say? Aquarius is also coming in twice. You could be Aquarius dealing with an Aquarius. Okay, so another influence. They won't stop to fight. Fight for what? For your light. Okay, something like that. Either they don't, also they don't want you to heal, because the more you heal, the more blocked they get. They don't necessarily have more access to your energy because of you dealing the needful, you doing the needful, you healing in that sense. So how would they get the rite of passage? So they are hanging in spirit. So it can be that they tried to sacrifice you, but they ended up here. The hanged man, it's more like someone who's hanging spiritually. They got hanged there in spirit, energetically, so to speak, okay? Because access was somewhat denied. Your home is protected, your house is protected, your family is protected, your loved ones are highly protected like that. That's why there's no need for you to worry about anything at this time. For the protection guardian is saying, drop your shield, for we are here to take care of business. Okay, something like that. Something like that. You just have to be aware of the synchronicities, the messages that are coming in, because that's exactly how spirit leads you, guides you, so that you understand what's really happening here. Okay, yeah, something like that, something like that for you. So let's see more messages for you here, collective. Let's see more messages for you here, my collective energy. Spirit, can you speak more for my collective, please? And thank you. What is more for my collective to know at this time? Spirit, speak, please. More messages for my collective. Energetic movement. Keep on moving forward, keep on shining, keep on doing the needful. Whatever that you have to do energetically, do it. Okay? Keep the momentum. Keep moving forward. Okay? Anything connected to your spiritual practice, all right? That's something that is protecting you. Okay? That's why spirit has assigned whatever this is to you. Okay? The spiritual practice, what you do daily. You don't have to do much. Okay? Your spiritual practice will protect you. Okay? And concentrate. Okay? More like this speaks more of when your own spirit guides are literally trying to show you things or communicate with you in spirit. So the more you concentrate, the more you gain clarity, the more you see beneath the naked eye, the more the veil thins day in and day out. Okay? Always remember that growth doesn't necessarily happen in one go. You experience as you go, you grow as you learn. Okay? Something like that. The more you stumble and fall, the more you stand up and keep moving regardless. That's strength there. Okay, that's what shows that you do have the power to overcome whatever that could be thrown at you at this time here, guys. Okay, for some of you, I'm also getting the energy of, what is this that I'm picking on? More like a humiliation spell, like someone who wants to see you humiliated like that, as in like taint your respect in that sense. Okay, something like that. And whomever this is more like they experienced that. Okay, yeah, something like that. Something to do with your paternal or the crown chakra, something like that here, guys. Okay, so let's see the type of dragon that is connecting with you at this time. Okay, what type of dragon is connecting and protecting you, my collective, at this time? Spirit, can you speak more for my collective, please? And thank you. What dragon is coming in at this time? What dragon is connecting with my collective? What dragon is connecting with my collective energy? So we're having the white gold dragon from Lyra. It connects you to the highest Christ light. Something to do with your light, my collective. So develop your koshal chakra, bathe in the ninth dimensional Christ light. Okay, so your light is protected by this type of dragon. This is the white gold dragon from Lyra. Okay, so there's something about this dragon here. This white dragon from Lyra, it's connected to the unseen. There is something that they have not necessarily pinned on when it comes to your energy. Something is hidden like that, okay? And you could be dealing with people that literally they think that they know you or your spiritual practice or everything that you do, okay? More like there's a lot that they don't necessarily see. There's a lot that they don't necessarily understand when it comes to your energy here. And that is where your power lies, okay? What they can't necessarily see, okay, what is more sacred to you energetically and spiritually, so to speak, something like that for you, something like that. So we're also having the gold orange dragon here saying expand your light for ascension, be a peaceful warrior, help those in need, remember you're magnificent, okay. So literally, they took advantage of your kindness, that you are this giving person, like I said. You know, when you are this giving person here, okay, and they always take advantage of, oh, this one is more giving, this one is more neighborly, because it's part of your journey. And how they stand between you and your journey is that now you hold back. You are not that giving because of the things that they do. Okay, you give them money, they go and do juju on them. Okay, you help them, they curse whatever that you are helping them with. Okay, they hex whatever that is. Okay, something like that. And because of your experience, you won't necessarily, that's why there's a need for you to use your own discernment. The energy doesn't say don't give, the energy doesn't say don't provide, don't be a giver. Okay, do not care, okay, but use your discernment, because your offspring guides will always be there to guide you in some way, shape, or form, so that you know exactly whom to help, when, and how. So at the top, we're having the fire and the water dragon saying it enables your life to flow with the loving force, prepare for change, and to move forward quickly. Expect the unexpected, have fun. So the fire and the water dragon, it is that dragon that will literally protect you against those that are literally making use of uh, water spirits to attack you. Okay, there are those that are literally making use of water spirits to kind of like attack you. For some of you, you can be using more of reptiles like that, okay, something like that. As in, like, these are the things that they are literally trying to send towards you to attack you without an understanding of the protection that you carry here, okay, because they literally want to get away with whatever this is that they are doing here. And this fire and water dragon, it is that energy that is more balanced. So it makes sure that you flow in life with this loving force, regardless of these challenges that are literally being presented before you. Okay, so if they try to make use of the water element to try and attack you. It can be that, say, for instance, you are a water child and they know that you rely on water for survival, okay? So they will use the very same element to attack you to make sure that you don't necessarily have the support that you need in spirit, because they are literally trying to block what? The energy that builds you, the energy that protects you, without an understanding that kuningi, there could be a lot going on energetically. You are a soul after all, not a body. Okay, something like that. So this fire and water, more like they caught fire within the very same space of water. Okay, something like that, because they were trying to ruffle some feathers here, something like that. That's exactly what I'm getting here. Okay, that's exactly what I'm getting here with this fire and water. Something is somewhat balanced when it comes to you, your energy or something like that here, guys. Okay, so this is why they did not necessarily gain more of access when it comes to your energy, regardless of them trying to attack the element that supports you, something like that here, guys. Okay, yeah. So let's get your overall energy. What's the overall energy for my collective here? Spread. What's the overall energy here for my collective energy, please? What is the overall energy here? Spread, speak. What's the overall energy? Spread, speak, please. It says the self, the individual of the individual or the human race, your attitude towards others and their attitude towards you, friends and enemies, social order, friends and enemies. For some of you, it can be that you have more frenemies, something to do with the element of water. Trust me, we're having this at the heart. It can be those people that knows where your power lies. At least that's what they think they know. You got that? So they're making use of the very same element. Remember, water is very much powerful. This is something that you can't necessarily touch twice. If you put water here, you can't necessarily touch the very same water again. Something that's the power of water. The water flows, okay, and that's exactly what gives life. It is more connected to the divine mother. It is more connected to your protectors here, something connected to your sacral chakra, okay, something like that. So at the heart, we're having flow, water, sea, fertility, source, okay? Source, renewal, life energy, and organic growth, imagination, and psychic matters. Something to do with water, something to do with the sea, okay, something to do with fertility, something to do with the full moon. For some of you, I'm also getting something to do with the past full moon phase, something like that. All right, something to do with your psychic abilities. Need I say, the source, they literally try to do what? Attack your mental state of being, your psychic abilities, okay, so that you don't necessarily function like that. This is the energy that is at the heart. This is connected more to water spirits, something like that. So you could be dealing with people who invoke more of negative water entities here to attack you, okay, to attack your who you are, okay, something like that. And also remember, if you are making use of negative entities that literally dwells in the water, and you are dealing with someone who's divinely protected by the water energies here, water gives lives, and those type of entities that are low, they get the rite of passage from whomever this person is being protected by, okay. It's more like asking someone's father so that you can harm them. How? Who does that? It's like you be like, can you give me position, or rather more of the rite of passage to hurt your child? Those are the people that you can't necessarily touch, okay? Exactly. Because the grace, the favor, where do you get it from? Okay? Something like that. I don't know if this makes sense to some of you here, guys. Okay? Something like that. And more like if you touch a water child, the worst, literally the worst can literally happen, because there are energies that are low in the waters here, but they also take orders and instruction from the one who's in power. Okay, something like that. Water gives life. Water can also take life. It depends as to how are you making use of the energy. Okay, so here you are dealing with people who are negatively making use of the energy to lie and betray, to hurt others, to sabotage others. Okay, something like that here, guys. Okay, something like that. That's the energy that I'm also getting here. Those are the energies that you are dealing with. And here you come with your pure intentions when it comes to the water element. They be like, we're watching you. We want to see how far you will go. Okay. And there is nothing that they can do because they can't touch you. Remember that these lower entities that are somewhat dwelling in the waters, they did not necessarily, it is not more of a choice for them to be in there. These are the very same energies that were casted out. That's why they are there. Okay. Something like that. Something like that. So let's see. What's the overall energy here? The overall here, it says gifts, both in the sense of sacrifice and of generosity, in indicating balance, all matters in relations to exchange, including contracts, personal relationships, and partnerships. These people, they literally more like they want to embody the energy that you carry. So for them to do so, they must have access to you. And once you agree, these are your friends, these are your enemies. These are the people that you deal with here. More of an energy exchange. If you agree, it's on you. You get what I'm saying? Okay? Because they won't have access to you unless you agree, unless you open door for them. That's why the energy say be wary as far as whom you're sharing your energy with. Whom are you giving your money to? More like an exchange of energy. This is more like a contract that you agree on spiritually, energetically, without you being aware. Okay, always remember that sometimes when it comes to energy exchange, or should I say, destiny swapping in that sense, a person must be more doing something like you. Okay, either way, they might be doing it from the left hand and you are doing it from the right hand. Okay, for them to gain access is to embody what you do like I do, say like I do, those type of things, but the energy is not the same. The other one is negative, the other one is positive. And what they are literally trying to attain is what? The positive aspects of what is. Okay, so they will impose, as in, like, they are this, so that they gain access to your energy, so that they can literally harness and become. Okay, so you have to be aware. Who are you dealing with? Whom are you sharing your energy with? Whom are you giving your attention to? It's very important. Okay, either way, it's all on you. It's your choice. This is your overall energy, my collective. At the bottom of the deck, we're having uh, honor, justice, leadership, and authority. Analysis, rationality, knowing where one's true strength lie. Willingness to self-sacrifice. Okay. Have you seen how many duplicates there are? At the top, we're having breakthrough, awakening, awareness, daylight clarity, as opposed to nightmare uncertainty. A time to plan or embark upon an enterprise. Daylight clarity, you know. And when you know, okay? And this is the time to make use of what you know to protect what is yours energetically, so to speak. Never be fooled, okay, collective? So that's my overall energy. I really hope it does resonate with some of you. Do subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up, okay? If this is your first time, as a comeback, as it goes, gang gang from me. Until then, you take care. Bye.